Hi guys. So I've sneaked off for half an hour. It's too hot, guys. I can't wear a top. Sorry I don't have a top on. Defending Elvis Presley. So let's just quickly say to people we're live. Hi Pat. Let's have a look. I'm only going to just quickly put it on our Facebook. Just saying that we're live. A lot of you will watch this later. A couple of things I wanted to say. Then there's a YouTube, an AI YouTube channel I was going to discuss, play a few bits of it. Obviously I'm on holiday. This is our 7th day. Tomorrow is our last full day. Then the day after we're flying out. We're still going to be here the day after. So, hi Angie. I'm just quickly putting it on Facebook that we're live. Right, let's have a look. So, I've just had a coffee, but it's not really agreeing with me. I haven't had a drink yet, but I'm definitely gonna have a drink, guys. I'm gonna get tipsy today. I don't know if I'm gonna do a walk to the sea or not. A little bit tipsy, I might do. Don't know. So I'm definitely having a great time. The wife's loving it. Kids are loving it. The older kids were out last night till 4 in the morning at some nightclubs in Benidorm because we're 10 minutes away from Benidorm. So it's €12 to get a taxi to Benidorm. So the older kids, 17, 18-year-old kids, have been going to Benidorm. Yeah, we're definitely on holiday, Diana. How are you, Diana? So, let's just get this over. So, I just wanted to say a few things. The sound that I did a live stream this morning when I woke up. The sound quality was terrible. You can hear it, but it's just not very good. Yeah, obviously I'm on a laptop on holiday, so the quality here isn't very good either. I'm due to get a new phone, so when I get back to England, I'm going to get a new phone. That should sort out the sound quality on my mobile phone, which isn't very good. So that'll be sorted out when I get back to England. So a couple of things I wanted to just say. It's funny because we obviously we've been discussing quite a lot recently our right to defend, our right. Obviously, we've had this disagreement with part of Elvis's family. A big thing that has come up is our right to defend the way we want to defend, without being called haters, without being saying that we're attacking these people, without being threatened with legal action and lawsuits. You know, just the fact that we are called Defending Elvis is pretty obvious what we do. Yeah. So it's funny because over the last 12 months, we've had some subscribers fall away and we've had some subscribers come back. Defending is a tough thing that we do. You know, I've always said defending is tough. Some people can't handle it. They get annoyed, they get uptight, they get upset, they disappear. You know, they talk about me like I'm the devil. Yeah, they talk about Team Elvis like we're a bunch of bullies and haters. But then bit by bit, they drift back. Quite a lot of people drift back. First of all, they drift back quietly and they don't comment. Eventually, you see them commenting. I've even had quite a few emails, guys, of people that want to come back that I've blocked, that regret leaving what we do, and they ask me to come back. What I tend to say to them is, well, do you remember how you treated us? Do you remember you called us names, hated on us? And then I unblock people that have been not nice to Defending Elvis, to Team Elvis, to me, Louis. I usually unblock them and give them another chance. That's generally my way with people. Give them a second chance. Sometimes I give them a third chance. But do you know what? These people always disappoint me because 3, 4, 5 months later, they have a little dig, call me a name, insult me, belittle me. So then I have to block them again. A recent one that has just done that is Tina Weltner. Tina Weltner. I've given you a few chances. And today, you have a go at me. You have a go at me, so I've blocked you again. See, it's funny because I did a 45-minute video, yeah, discussing how we are unfairly treated by people, unfairly treated as haters, as bullies, and as people that attack other people. Um, but all we're actually doing is defending. That's all we're doing, is we're exposing the wrongdoing of not just members of Elvis's family, people that work for Elvis. We could be discussing Dr. Nick, Colonel John Parker. We could be discussing Priscilla Presley. We could be discussing books, trash books, movies. We could be discussing anything, couldn't we? It could be anyone that's insulted Elvis, that has mistreated Elvis. It could be the people that make movies, etc. Documentaries, biographies, you name it. We are here to defend Elvis. It is never about hate. We never want to attack people. We always just want to respectfully, sometimes we have to expose people. We just want to respectfully defend Elvis because we feel that not enough people are defending him, other than the fans, of course. The Elvis fans, a lot of us defend Elvis. Now there's many fans that don't defend Elvis, that don't want to defend Elvis. There's many fans that kiss the ass of people that trash Elvis, whether it's Memphis Mafia. I've heard Elvis fans defending the book Elvis, What Happened. I've heard it loads of times. Elvis fans that are very loyal to the Memphis Mafia, to people like Lamar Fight, Marty Lacker, Reb West, Sonny West. I've heard people defending them many times. They go on about how they were unfairly dismissed by Vernon and all the rest of it. People try and defend the book Elvis, What Happened, even though we know that book fully betrayed Elvis. The people that were involved in the book Elvis, What Happened should never have done it. Their family. You've heard it all before, guys. A lot of the things I say, I repeat. So one of the little diggy comments that Tina Weltner says is that we repeat our stories, and we make a lot of videos on the same topic. It's true. We do repeat our stories. We do make a lot of stories on the same topic because we are getting new members every day. Every day we've got new members, subscribers, new viewers. So we have to keep retelling the story. We have to keep retelling the story. Like, the typical one is like Priscilla saving Gracelands, which is bullshit. Priscilla, it was her idea to open the Living Museum, which is bullshit. Priscilla that was also unfaithful, which is true. We have to keep repeating things like the second divorce settlement, the wrongdoing of family members that have said things concerning Elvis they shouldn't say. Yes, we do have to keep hammering home the same story so that the new people that join us get the message, so that we can spread the word, so we can defend Elvis, defend his honor on behalf of Lisa Marie. Let's face it, a lot of what we do was for Lisa Marie because she had to put up with 40 years of Elvis being trashed, and there was hardly anything she could do. She herself defended. She was a number one defender. Lisa Marie massively defended her father through her whole life, but she struggled with it because who was properly listening? The only people that really listened to Lisa Marie when she was trying to defend Elvis was the Elvis fans, and not all of the Elvis fans. Some of the Elvis fans. Lisa Marie really was fighting a losing battle because many times she exposed these people. She calls them leeches and many other things. She's so upset that the people that betrayed Elvis through before he died and after he died for money, for books, for documentaries, etc. She felt that I think she felt like she was banging her head against a brick wall because no one was really listening to what she was saying except for some of the Elvis fans. Obviously, we very loyal fans that've done our research, that love Lisa Marie, that love Elvis. We took the time through our research to understand that Lisa Marie was really trying hard to reach out and tell the fans, look how my father's being treated. Yeah? This was a big thing for Lisa. You go back and you find the odd interviews and you do see Lisa almost screaming out for people to defend her father's honor and dignity. So this is why our current topic has been quite difficult. And this is why we're getting quite a backlash from the Elvis fans that want us to kiss the ass of these people and it's almost like they have forgotten that they are Elvis fans predominantly, and that kissing the ass of family members of Elvis is very disloyal to Elvis. Now, one of the things that people keep saying is the fact that it's in the past, so let's just let it go. Well, no, because how does that defend Elvis? If Elvis has been mistreated, how about Lisa Marie and her respect for her own father, trying to protect his dignity? So no, we do have to bring up these things, and we're not bringing it up to be hateful, to attack people. We're not bullying people. We're just defending Elvis. So when we are called names and we are attacked, why? We're just defending Elvis. I say to the Elvis fans that don't want to defend him, that kiss the ass of these people that have trashed him, whether it be the people involved in trash books or interviews or documentaries or movies, your loyalties are mixed up. Your loyalty should be to Elvis, yeah? And I said this on my live stream today when I went for a walk. There's like 500 people standing by these people that have trashed Elvis. It doesn't make any sense. They say you lived the life you know. This is one of the most common things said all the way through these 500 comments. You live the life, so you know. You live the life, so you know. No. You live the life, so you should know better. This is what I say to the people, the family members that have trashed Elvis. You live the life, so you should know better to not portray Elvis in a way as if he's some kind of pervert. Get it? So let's just quickly listen to your comments. So I found this YouTube channel. So all I'm saying, Tina Weltner, you're bloody out of order. I gave you a couple of chances. I blocked and unblocked you a few times. You still insult me. You still insult my channel. You still insult how we defend. Shame on you. You won't be getting another chance, young lady. Don't forget, you have also emailed me asking me to unblock you as well, which I did. Yeah, but you still, months later, you do it all again. Shame on you. Shame on you. Right. Defend Elvis. Defend his honor. That's why we're here. Right. So, if anyone sends me a nasty message, I'm gonna say your name on my YouTube channel. I'm not gonna be insulted by people and just ignore it. I won't. Right. Let's have a look. Let's quickly look at your comments. So I found this YouTube channel, which is, you know, I'm not a big fan of AI channels, but this AI channel is very loud and bolshy, and I would say the person doing the talking, the artificial intelligent talker, is a bit irritating, but he gets the right idea when it comes to defending. I have a feeling that these AI channels, because let's face it, these AI channels, they're not true defenders. They're doing it for money, I would say. They're doing it for money, for views. They're trying to find a way to generate income, yeah? But I can still look to some of these channels and use them to try and help defend Elvis. So this particular video exposes Priscilla. Now, I want to make it clear, guys, I'm not a Priscilla hater. This is not a Priscilla channel. But Priscilla has made, this is not a Priscilla hate channel, but Priscilla has made mistakes. She has made mistakes, many mistakes, and we're going to expose them because we do that to defend Elvis and Lisa. Okay? So before I do that, I just want to read your comments. Just a couple of them because I'm in a bit of a rush. Elvis was such a private man. He would be heartbroken what his friends and ex-wife are doing. Lisa's book seems to have dropped off the radar. But Diana, not just friends and ex-wife, family members. Family members. Remember, I know that some people are very shy, feel very awkward to mention that family members have also trashed Elvis, but they have. We know these same family members also say beautiful stories and lovely stories on their channel, but they do sometimes trash him as well. All people that have harmed Elvis's reputation, it needs to be brought up, and an apology is expected and regret is expected from these people. Yeah, they don't have to do anything, do what they want, but that's how we feel as a Defending Elvis YouTube channel. Yeah, our purpose is to defend Elvis. We've chosen a way of running this YouTube channel that is difficult. We get a lot more support and likes, subscribers and followers if we don't defend. If we just play the songs and the movies, our channel will grow and grow and grow really fast. When we defend, we get a backlash, we get a reaction, we get called haters, we get called bullies, people accuse us of attacking people. But the truth is, we're defending Elvis. Yeah, so Pat, where have you seen that? So Pat has just mentioned another YouTube channel. Where have you seen that? I did see one comment, Pat, that just says, I stand by the Smiths. I did see that one comment. Anything else, Pat? Right. Let me know. So, look, don't get me wrong, guys. I also know that family has also done loads of lovely videos. Loads of lovely videos, lovely sharing, lovely stories. It isn't all bad, guys. But that doesn't mean we ignore the trashing. We won't ignore the trashing. So welcome to Defending Elvis while I'm on holiday. I'm going to give it a go and play some of this AI video. I don't have the time to play loads of it. I'm just going to play a few snippets. Yeah, so Pat, are you saying that just because of that one comment that was on the Facebook page, or has there been a video posted? Right. So let me just discuss. Yes, you mean the one comment, Pat? Is that the one you mean? Just the one comment? Right. Right. So let me just get this video up. So this channel is called Timeless Tributes. Timeless Tributes. I'm going to press play on it. It does defend Elvis. It does. It is just an AI channel. I won't say these people are Elvis fans. They are just, in my opinion, making videos for clicks. But it does. They have done some research and it does expose Priscilla's wrongdoing. Please remember, I don't hate Priscilla. We are just exposing the wrongdoing to Elvis so we can clear up his image and reputation. Okay? So that fans have more of an idea of the truth.
I guess after we saw each other for the 8 months that we did, I figured I'd never see him again. I didn't think I ever would.
You think you know the story. Elvis, the king of rock and roll, and Priscilla, the soft-spoken beauty who stood by his side. But what if I told you that everything we've been told was only part of the truth? Because Mike Stone, yes, that Mike Stone, wasn't just some rebound karate guy Priscilla ran to after her fairy tale marriage ended. According to his own words, he didn't pursue her. She pursued him, relentlessly. And what he...
So let me comment. I'm just going to get your comments on here so I can respond to them. Right. So I just want to say that, yes, we've watched the interviews. We've watched the interviews that show Priscilla. She made a beeline for Mike Stone. We've covered it many times. Mike Stone, in his interviews, he's done quite a few now, has admitted that Priscilla pursued him and she had already made up her mind that she was going to leave Elvis and demand a divorce. She secretly saw Mike Stone for a year. As we know, Mike Stone was married. His partner, his wife, Frances Stone, was pregnant, and Mike Stone had a small girl as well with his wife. So Priscilla did some serious damage here. She broke 2 marriages up, her own and Frances Stone and Mike Stone's and his children's. 2 marriages wrecked because Priscilla was unfaithful. Now, I want to be fair. Elvis was also being unfaithful. I want to be fair. Remember, Priscilla had already been unfaithful just after Lisa Marie was born, around a year after the marriage to Elvis. So there's a lot of wrongdoing here. Elvis wasn't an angel. So we have to... When I discussed Priscilla, I tried to be as fair as possible. Elvis, through the early 60s, was being unfaithful. Let's be fair, guys. That must have been tough for Priscilla. I want to be warts and all. If we're going to discuss a story, we will say both sides. We'll try and be understanding. But the bottom line is, Priscilla did go on to do many other things I think were very wrong to Elvis and to Lisa Marie. And going forward, to Riley, Finley and Harper as well.
He revealed in a series of later interviews.
Snack bar. It wasn't really a snack bar. It was just a place where a lot of the people would used to go and have hamburgers and Cokes or whatever. Mm-hmm. And a gentleman came up to me and asked if I'd like to meet Elvis. And I thought he was kidding and said, sure.
It doesn't just...
So, I'm going to butt in a little bit. Don't forget, I've found videos where really Priscilla already knew Cary Grant. So this story where Cary Grant goes over to her and says, "Hey, you want to meet Elvis in a snack bar?" I've heard different. I've heard that she found out Cary Grant knew Elvis, and she approached him and said, "Can you introduce me to Elvis?" And then there were favors exchanged so that she could get to meet Elvis, even how she did her hair, how she dressed. It's just what I've heard, just an opinion for entertainment purposes.
Challenge Priscilla's version of events, it burns it to the ground. Let's be honest, for decades the story has been polished, cleaned up for public consumption. Priscilla has been painted as the gentle, quiet soul who stayed loyal even after the marriage faded. But Stone's account it shows someone very, very different. It shows a woman in control, strategic, calculated, and maybe, just maybe, using Elvis Presley as a launch pad from the very beginning. Now, before you think this is just another tabloid smear job, hold on. We're not dealing with vague rumors or anonymous sources here. We're talking about Mike Stone himself, the man who was with Priscilla while she was still married to Elvis, and what he describes isn't an innocent woman seeking comfort after a divorce. No, it's a woman who knew exactly what she was doing and exactly what she wanted. Mike didn't chase her. She called him. She showed up uninvited. She waited on hold at his studio for 30 minutes just to talk to him.
Started calling me and kept the relationship going. And
so I've watched this bit. She gives the impression that Elvis, once Elvis comes back to America in 1960, obviously he does GI Blues and the Frank Sinatra show, etc., that he was the one calling her. Well, I've heard different. I've heard she was calling him. I think there was a bit of a two-way thing. I think they were calling each other. I think she was sending him records and stuff like Soldier Boy, things like that. So she likes to give the impression that Elvis was making all the moves. Remember, Elvis hadn't seen her for 2 years. She gives the impression here that it was literally weeks later, after Elvis comes back to America, that things started to happen. It wasn't. It was 2 years and 3 months before she eventually manages to move over to Graceland when she's nearly 18.
I'd hoped to see him again, but I didn't see him until 1962 when he called and asked my parents if they would allow me to go over there and see him.
Even that it's very right. I'm glad she admits that she didn't see him till 1962. That's the first time I've heard her admit that. So it's clearly 2 years, over 2 years. But then she says he called her. Now remember, there would have been a much more there would have been more interaction than just him out of the blue calling her and saying, right, come on then, come over. There was more to it.
She inserted herself into his life, his dojo, his apartment, while her husband, Elvis Presley, sat unaware. At least
Right, so don't forget, this video is concerning Mike Stone. So the dojo, we know that she was secretly seeing him for a year. Let's keep listening.
First. And this wasn't just a fling. This wasn't a moment of weakness. According to Mike, Priscilla was the initiator, the aggressor. The one who crossed the lines again and again while wearing the mask of a demure wife and mother. But here's the real kicker. If she could do that to Elvis, what else could she have done? That's what we're...
So Pat, your comment, Pat, I just want you to understand something. When we defend, we're going to do it fairly. Now, Pat, you do say, can we keep the way you're doing your comments respectful? This is important to me. But you say that she needs to be quiet because she was seeing other men while married to Elvis. But so was Elvis seeing other women. We have to be fair. If we're going to defend, we're going to be warts and all. We're going to see both sides of the story. Elvis was being unfaithful to Priscilla through the 60s. Don't forget, 61, 62, he was still seeing Anita Wood and other people. Yeah? So when they were married, they were both unfaithful. We must be fair. Otherwise, we're just a bunch of haters. So I do want the comments on my YouTube channel to be respectful. Okay? It's very important to me. I don't want us being called haters. I don't want that. Because otherwise we just play into people's hands that say that we attack them, that we are all about drama. We're not. We're just defending Elvis as fairly and respectfully as possible.
diving into next. From Cary Grant to financial betrayals to Elvis cutting her out of his will, the puzzle starts to come together, and the picture it forms, it's not pretty, so buckle up, because this story is about to take a turn few people saw coming. Mike Stone wasn't some Hollywood player looking for fame or attention. He was a serious martial artist, respected in the karate world, friends with Chuck Norris, and far removed from the chaos of Graceland.
So Mike Stone was a big champion, guys. Elvis called him badass. Yeah, someone told me he won 46 medals.
That didn't stop Priscilla Presley from chasing him down. Mike didn't pursue Priscilla. He didn't try to steal the king's wife. According to his own words, it was she who inserted herself into his orbit. She invited herself out to drinks with him. She showed up to karate events, eager to be noticed. And when that didn't work fast enough, she called his studio and waited on hold for 30 minutes just to speak to him. Mike was...
So that's just a taster. A taster. We're not going to play all of it because he sort of keeps repeating the same thing. Yeah, Priscilla has another side to her. Priscilla was unfaithful. Priscilla was secretly seeing him. Priscilla gets what Priscilla wants. The thing I've learned about Priscilla is if she makes a decision, to go after someone, she gets her man. She clearly liked her men before she broke up with Elvis and after. It's very obvious. But so did Elvis. Remember, so did Elvis. Right, so let me just go. So we're going to stick on the same channel, the YouTube channel. We're discussing this AI channel that's called Timeless Tributes. Timeless Tributes. If you want to go and watch it or subscribe to them, that's up to you. AI videos I do find a bit irritating, but everything he said was correct. Everything that was said in this video was correct. Right, let's just see what other videos are on there. So Timeless Tributes. He does know that I review his videos. He does know. So let's have a look. Let's pick another one. Let's pick another one, guys. So there's a few Priscilla ones. Right, let's have a look. Here we go. Let's try this one.
What she said with the records show and why this version, just like the last one, doesn't hold up under the weight of history, so buckle up. This isn't just another celebrity recap. This is a pattern, and it's time someone called it out.
Kissing women in the...
Yes.
Emily, so Emily has just said something. Louis, Elvis wasn't supposedly intimate till the wedding night. His affair with Anne Margaret was 1963. That's not true. That's not true, Emily. Remember, Elvis comes back to America in 1960. He's seeing Anita Wood, but he also is seeing other people. So I'm not really sure what you mean. The other thing, if you're talking about Anne Margaret, there's no way that Elvis didn't see any other girls until he met Anne Margaret. To be honest with you, we don't even know if Elvis ever had sex with Anne Margaret. Remember, we have to be careful here how we defend. We have to be careful that we're not too biased. Emily, you're too biased. They both made mistakes. Elvis was a human. He did give in to temptation. He did like the ladies. We can't be biased. They both were doing wrong, both of them.
Crowd on the lips than he did singing. I mean, was that difficult to watch?
Yeah.
Because to understand why this new interview is so explosive, we have to look back at what Priscilla Presley already told.
Yeah, but Anne Margaret, you need to explain yourself, Emily. More. Remember, Emily, at the moment, I'm very sensitive about your comments, because we had a tough day because of your comments yesterday, So we need to back up your comments. So when you say you're speaking about Anne Margaret, for a start, we don't actually even know what went on secretly with Anne Margaret. We don't know if they had sex. Yes, we know that there's a possibility they were seeing each other for a year. We don't know it for definite. We don't know the details. But what is your point? Yes, eventually, Anne Margaret is one of the co-stars that Elvis allegedly may have seen, but he was still unfaithful to Priscilla. Whatever you think, Emily, he was unfaithful to Priscilla. He was, and she was to him. They were both unfaithful to each other. I'm not going to hero worship Elvis here. We are going to be honest. We're going to defend fairly.
the world. In fact, we don't even have to dig far. Just pull up her own words from that 1980 interview. It was all very innocent.
Right, so Emily, I'm going to stick with this because this is important to me that you understand how we defend as the Defending Elvis channel. Yeah? So you have just said, yeah, I know that he wasn't engaged to anyone nor committed. So what? So what? If they were boyfriend, girlfriend, which they were because she moved over to America to live with Elvis. I know he lived with Vernon and Dee. She lived she was only with them for a matter of days. She was with Elvis in Graceland. Yeah? She was his girlfriend. Emily, she was his girlfriend. So Elvis was being unfaithful to Priscilla. The fact that they were married or engaged, the fact that they were not married and not engaged is irrelevant. We have to be straight here. They were being unfaithful to each other, and it's very likely that Elvis was unfaithful first. Yeah, not definite, because there's rumour that Priscilla was also unfaithful before the marriage. I've heard the rumours. We know about the child bride version of events, but we are going to do this fairly. Yeah, this isn't a hate Priscilla channel. We are going to list all the facts as fairly as we can. Yeah. Now, to me, a lot of the wrongdoing of Priscilla was once she got pregnant and she was unfaithful to Elvis just after Lisa Marie is born. To me, that is when things go seriously wrong. Yeah, that is, for me, the turning point where Priscilla goes too far. Don't forget, after Priscilla is unfaithful, Elvis starts to be unfaithful as well with Susan Henning. Yeah, she was in the Love a Little film a bit. She was in the 68 comeback special. We've all seen the videos of Elvis canoodling with Susan Henning. Susan Henning's lovely, yeah? It's known that she had a child as well, so that does prove that Elvis didn't mind if a woman had a child. So that does throw out, Priscilla's opinion that Elvis wouldn't sleep with someone that had a baby is bullshit, yeah? Elvis seeing Susan Henning proves that. Now, do we know if Elvis had sex with Susan Henning? No, we don't. We don't actually know if Elvis had sex with Susan Henning, do we? We know that they were flirting and canoodling, yeah? So let's keep going, guys.
A friend of his approached me in Germany and said Elvis wanted to meet me. I thought it was a joke. That's the narrative. Sweet, spontaneous, harmless. A 14-year-old military daughter sitting in a snack bar in Wiesbaden, Germany. Elvis, the world's most famous man, just happens to want to meet her. Her parents were cautious, but ultimately trusted the situation. Then she's...
Okay, remember, we're just reviewing some short parts of each video, just quickly, yeah? So, yeah, that's... Emily, that's more like it. They were both unfaithful, and they should never have got married. I agree with that. They should never have got married. I fully agree with that. Both of them were not ready for marriage. Priscilla definitely was not ready to have a child. Elvis 100% was not ready for marriage and may have been pressured into it. Yeah? So let's keep going.
Swept into his orbit. The rest is history. That version of events doesn't match multiple eyewitness reports or even her own book, Elvis and Me, which conveniently tiptoes around specific details, and it especially doesn't line up with the book Child Bride, which was based on court records, testimonies, and verified lie detector tests. He was stationed in Germany at the same time. According to Child Bride, it wasn't Elvis's friend who approached Priscilla, it was the other way around. Priscilla...
Yeah, from the research I've done, it does seem to me like Priscilla approached Cary Grant. It does, yeah? Because there's a few slip-ups with Joe Esposito. There's another interview as well that Cary Grant was trying to get Elvis to meet Priscilla. Now, I wasn't there, but my research has come up with that. I do think some of the things in Child Bride are true, not everything. There are things in the book Child Bride I don't like as well. Let's keep going.
Allegedly approached Curry herself and asked to be introduced to Elvis, and that's just the start. According to Curry, who passed a polygraph test on these claims, Priscilla was coached on how to appeal to Elvis, what to say, how to dress, what not to say. He had an affinity toward me. He said I was different, quiet. Exactly what Curry claimed she was told to act like. Coincidence? The polygraph examiner concluded Curry was truthful in every answer.
Okay, so there we are. We all know this, yeah? So this is another video. Go and watch it, guys. It's called Priscilla Presley Caught Again. The YouTube channel is Timeless Tributes. Let's play one more. We're just reviewing this channel. So there is a possibility that things in Child Bride are true, but we don't know for definite, yeah? I'm not convinced of the story that a complete stranger approached Priscilla in a snack bar and said, hey, do you want to meet Elvis? I don't really believe that story. It's just how I feel. Right. So let's play another video, yeah? Let's go back. So there's quite a few videos on this Timeless Tributes AI YouTube channel. I'm not saying that they're true. These are AI videos, okay? Because some of the videos on this channel are ridiculous. Look, there's one here that says Elvis living in the basement. Well, that's just ridiculous. So let's click on the Anne Margaret one, see what he says. I haven't watched this, okay, guys? Let's click on it.
Well, that's the longest introduction I've ever given anybody on this show.
I know, thank you.
How are you?
For decades, she said nothing. No interview.
1 minute, guys. So Dan, I want to just first of all, Dan, I want to thank you, yeah, for defending us over on the Facebook channel. Thank you very much. Because do you know what, Dan? Can I just say this to you? There were 500 people supporting the channel that has trashed Elvis, and you were the only one that defended Elvis. You were the only one. Dan, I just want to make sure you can hear me. Yeah? Let's just get Dan to confirm. I really want to make a point of thanking Dan. Yeah? Guys, you go over to that Facebook page. There's 3 different posts with as many as 500 fat people that are kissing the arse of these people, that are basically trashing me, my channel. They're trashing Defending Elvis. They're trashing Team Elvis. They're trashing our right to defend Elvis. And the only person that defends us out of 500 comments is Dan. Dan is the only one. Dan, I really thank you. Okay, my friend? Seriously, guys, if you want to defend Elvis, Dan has the right idea. Because Dan knew that he was going to be very unpopular on that Facebook page, defending Elvis, standing by the way that we defend. Because the way we defend isn't full of hate, well, hopefully, full of hate. Almost all of us, we defend in a respectful, honourable way with no hate. We don't attack people. Yeah? Anyone that attacks people on my channel are not welcome. So we must refrain from any nasty comments, any name calling. I don't want it on my channel. Okay? So Dan, if I could give you a medal, I would give you a medal. Because the way you defended, the way you stood up for Elvis is honourable. He would be proud of you, my friend, against 500 people that were all having a go at me, Team Elvis, and they were all kissing the ass of that family like they were gods. Like they were gods. So thank you, Dan. If I could buy you a drink, I would buy you a drink, Dan. Has anybody seen Dan's comment on the Facebook page? Because I posted it on our Defending Elvis Facebook page. We all need to thank Dan. That's how big a deal it was. Yeah, Anita Wood's book. Someone just mentioned Anita Wood's book, Once Upon a Time with Elvis and Anita. It's a lovely book. It's a lovely book, but it does show that Elvis was unfaithful. It also shows that Elvis was in the early stages of having a problem with prescription medication. So it's a lovely fairy tale. It's a lovely story, a lovely romance, but it is a romance that goes bad. And yes, it's written by Anita Wood's daughter. She does a great job. She does a great job. It's a lovely book. I recommend the book. Oh, you're okay, Dan. Let's have a look. Please read it out. No, do you know what, Emily? I don't want to, because I've had enough of a battle with that channel. I've had enough battle with that family. Yeah, I'm not going to carry on that topic. Everything I need to say about that Facebook page, about those family members of Elvis, I've said it. I've counted the videos. I think we did 8 videos. Yeah, Julie's. When you say that, do you mean they've blocked comments? Is that what you mean? Because I know that they've blocked comments. When you say removed all the posts, do you mean the Facebook posts? Is that what you're saying? Are you talking about the comments or the posts? Julie's, welcome, Julie's. Yeah, I'm not going to read Dan's comment because it goes into detail and it will just cause another argument. I'm just thanking Dan for taking the time to stand in the middle of 500 people and defend Elvis. I'm thanking him because not many other people, in fact, nobody else did. Nobody else did. Dan was the one that did it. So I'm very proud of Dan. She's done some interviews for her too. Her daughter said the interviews for her mum was hard. Yeah. So here's your chance. Yeah, I've watched them. I've watched a lot of Anita Wood's interviews, and I've watched a lot of Juanita's interviews. Anita Wood's daughter. They're quite tough to hear because she was brokenhearted. The truth is, Elvis did break Anita Wood's heart. He did, massively. And I think it stayed with her. She always loved him. And said how wonderful he was. It's a beautiful romance. Anita Wood was a stunning person, a very talented person. She was going to be world famous, guys. She was going to have a massive movie career. She gave it up for Elvis. So Elvis was just too young, guys. Elvis was just too young. They have no comments that are negative. Well, I think Dan's is still on there, Julie, because I read it this morning. Dan, I think Dan, your comment is the only one I could see on there. Julie's, all right, Julie's, I didn't know you'd made a comment. Thank you, Julie's. Thank you. So, Julie's, are you saying other people's comments have been removed? If that's the case, I understand what you're saying. Yeah. They haven't deleted all of them, Cheryl. They've turned off comments. They've turned off different. If they turn them back on, all the comments will come back on, which I suppose by turning them off is like deleting them, isn't it? Yeah. So, yeah, they're turned off. That's it. Don't forget, there's comments on there. There are like Julie's. There are posts on there that are threatening legal action towards, not just towards me, towards Elvis fans that comment. Yeah? Anybody that goes on there and comments have been told that their comments are being monitored and passed to their attorney if they're not happy with them. So there's a real issue here with freedom of speech. Yeah? The Elvis fans that comment on their channels are now being told, you better not say anything we don't like or we're going to report you to an attorney. That is wrong. That is wrong. Freedom of speech, guys. The First Amendment. The First Amendment. Right. Okay. I'm pretty sure Dan's comment is still on there. I'm pretty sure. Dan, do you want to quickly check? I'm pretty sure Dan's comment is still on there. All right, so Pat did one as well. I didn't know you did one. Well, thank you to all the ones that made a comment defending Elvis. Thank you so much. Hi, Jamie. Pat, the comments, the legal comments are not comments. They are posts. They are posts. There's a difference, yeah? Posts are on the Facebook page. Comments are on the YouTube channel. Okay, Pat, for you that is. Yeah, so Julie won't be commenting. Julie, can I ask why? Julie just said, I won't be commenting there again. Why is that? Okay, right, let's play a bit more.
Views, no memoir chapters, not even a passing nod in the glittering blur of red carpets and talk shows, while the world wrote their own stories, while tabloids speculated and fans wondered, and Margaret chose silence. A silence that, for over half a century, shielded one of the most private relationships in Hollywood history. But now, at 84 years old, she's finally ready to speak.
Oh, I don't know if that's... So this, remember, this is artificial intelligence. A lot of the time, it's very questionable. Yeah, we are just playing it just out of interest. I'm not saying I agree with anything that is being said here. I don't think she's suddenly going to start coming out of the woodwork now. She has been very loyal to Elvis. She has been very loyal to us. I've seen a few things where she says they were very close for 1 year. I don't know if they were sexual.
Not to expose, not to embellish, and certainly not to cash in, but to remember, with grace, with honesty, and with the kind of quiet reverence that makes you lean in and hold your breath, because what she reveals about Elvis Presley isn't what you might expect. He wasn't just the...
So Cheryl B, hi Cheryl, hi Jamie. Yeah, so Cheryl is saying her comment's still on there, so I don't think they've removed every comment. Let's keep going, guys.
The king. He wasn't just the hips and the headlines. To her, he was something else entirely, something far more human and far more fragile. He made me laugh, she says. He made me feel seen. This isn't the kind of confession you hear for ratings. It's the kind that only comes when a lifetime has passed and the noise of the world has faded. It's the kind...
So yeah, I'm just looked at Julie's comment. I asked her why she doesn't want to comment anymore, and she says, she says, I don't want any issues with them. I'm not surprised. They have threatened to sue, to take legal action, to pass YouTube comments to their attorney. That scared some people. Not me, forget me. People are now scared to make comments on their YouTube channel and Facebook channel in case their comments are being passed to an attorney. Yeah? Don't forget, they're the ones that said it, that they have someone that monitors the comments, and if they don't like what is being said, they pass it to their attorney. It's unheard of, guys. Seriously, it's absolutely unheard of. I have never heard of a YouTube channel that says, you better not say anything against us or we will allegedly threaten you with legal action. We will pass your comments to an attorney. It's unheard of, guys. It's bit bizarre, to be honest with you.
Kind that doesn't ask for judgment, only understanding. And so for the first time, Anne Margaret lets us in, not to rewrite history, but to show us the pieces of it no one ever saw, the late-night phone calls, the laughter behind locked doors, the flowers with no card. And it begins not with a scandal, but with a silence finally breaking, long before the cameras, before the Vegas lights and screaming fans, before her name was stitched into marquees beside Elvis Presley's. She was just a little girl named Anne Margaret Olsen, growing up in a tiny village tucked deep within the snowy forests of Sweden. The winters were long.
So we know Anne Margaret's story. We love Anne Margaret. Anne Margaret has been very loyal to Elvis. Very loyal. She's always kept it close to her heart. So in case you just joined us, we're just reviewing this channel, this AI Timeless Tributes. It's called Timeless Tributes. Guys, we got to get used to it. Artificial intelligence channels they're coming out every day, more and more of them. I don't agree with everything they're saying, but some of them do defend Elvis. Some of the videos on this AI tribute, whatever you call it, timeless tribute, some of them defend Elvis, some of them are ridiculous and they're just bizarre, some of them. So, hi Tammy, how are you? Tammy, thanks for all your comments on the Facebook page. Many of you have been posting some excellent stuff on our Facebook page defending Elvis. I really do feel that we've managed to achieve a very good Facebook page. We massively are interacting on there. As you know, I do put any comments that I think are very good, that someone has put a lot of time into, I do transfer them to our Defending Elvis Facebook page, because they're a great way to discuss things, debate things, and just to share your comments so we can interact as a group, Team Elvis. Yeah? So all of you guys, seriously, your comments on that Defending Elvis Facebook page are fantastic. I'm really proud of you. Really proud of you. So Dan, what is it still there? Dan, is it still there? Let's just see if Dan's answered. I'll just wait for Dan to answer. Oh, thanks, Tammy. Dan, is it still there? So guys, I've only got a couple of minutes. I think because we've mentioned the Facebook page, I just want to thank, there are so many people that are doing great comments at the moment. You've got Deborah Roberts, Lorraine Chappell, Anne McPherson. Let's just flick through a few. Caroline French. This is our Defending Elvis Facebook page, guys. There are so many great comments on there. Honestly, Karen. All right, okay, you haven't checked yet, Dan. Oh, don't worry, mate. No panic. So then we've got, Dan's done some good comments. I'm just going to flick through. Did you notice I posted a Vernon Presley video clip today on our YouTube channel? I've never seen it before. It's the first time I've ever seen that Vernon Presley little 1-minute clip. So I did post Artist on Records interview that he did with me quite a while back on our YouTube channel. So let's have a look. So we've got Melvis has done some great comments. Let's have a look. I'll just quickly flick through. There's is it Maxi? So we have got a lot of new subscribers. We've got 200 new subscribers. So they're commenting. You've got let's have a look. Betsy is on there with loads of comments. Regina. Let's keep going, guys. It's too many to mention. Emma is obviously just a girl who loves Elvis. She's been making some lovely little videos. Oh, thank you, Tammy. And I'm so pleased that you take the time to make these comments because I know they're hard. Yeah, Julie's just on one video. Just on Julie's, you're talking about the YouTube channel, yeah? You're talking about the YouTube channel. We're talking about Facebook, okay? So yes, just the one YouTube channel comments are turned off, yeah? Yes, Dan just said, yes, it's still there, and the other comments I had to defend with. Yeah, I thought it was, Dan. So, no, Dan's comment is still there. So Atomic Hive joined us yesterday. Obviously, they've written our name on the wall at Gracelands, Louis and Team Elvis. So Atomic Hive, thank you so much. We're very proud that that's there. Honestly, I would say this. One of the biggest surprises I've had is how amazing our Defending Elvis Facebook page has become. Does everyone agree? Our Defending Elvis Facebook page is just amazing. Yeah. So, we've got Cindy Esposito, Joe Esposito's daughter. She talks to us. As you know, guys, she phoned me at home and we had a discussion. I'm a fan of Joe Esposito. Even Susanna Lee, her daughter Natalia Lee. So Susanna Lee is Elvis's co-star of is it Blue Hawaii? I'm trying to remember the name of the film now. Oh, I can't remember the name of the film. Sorry, Natalia, but Natalia, Susanna Lee's daughter, spoke to me a couple of days ago. Yeah, she's great. She's great. I'm a massive fan of Susanna Lee, Elvis's co-star. Yeah, so I'm lucky. Even Billy Stanley, I've asked him a couple of questions. He responded to my questions. So Billy Stanley is still talking to me on Messenger, of course. Yeah. So I'm completely fine with Billy Stanley. He defends Elvis. Yeah, I have no problem with Billy Stanley. Dave and Rick and Dee, that's a different story. I have different opinions about them. Anyway, so thank you to everyone that is posting comments on our Defending Elvis Facebook page. It's amazing. Please join, and don't forget there is a 24-hour chat on there. So I'm just going to quickly look at a few of your comments, and then I'm going to have to go, guys. I'm going to go and have a few drinks, get a bit tipsy, if I'm allowed to do that. Now, I don't, believe it or not, guys, I'm not a drinker. I don't drink, but on holiday I do drink. We've only got 2 days left, so I'm going to have a few drinks today. Right, let's have a look. Right, let's keep checking. When I first came on, I heard that someone is worried about speaking in fear of getting in trouble. Was curious when whom was speaking of. All right, okay, you're talking about, right, okay. So I think this is concerning Julie's. So the YouTube channel, basically the Elvis relatives that we've fallen out with. Come on, it's pretty obvious they don't like us. Yeah, they think we're a bunch of haters. They think that we attack people and we're bullies. We're not. We just defend Elvis. That's what we are. We defend Elvis, and we do it vigorously. Yeah, we do it with passion. Yeah, so that can come across quite intense, doesn't it? When we do many videos defending it, it's not for everyone, guys. It's full on. Yeah. So they call us haters. We're not haters, yeah? At least I don't allow hate on my channel. We defend from love. We defend in a way that Elvis would be happy with. So we are never name-calling. We're never insulting people. And ultimately, we have to forgive. And ultimately, we have to try and be as kind as possible, because that is what Elvis would want. So Julie was basically saying, because there have been threats made against subscribers on that channel, that all their comments are being passed, some of their comments are being passed to their attorney. I think that scared a few people off. I think now a few people are scared to speak up, to say their opinions, which to me is completely wrong, because we have freedom of speech. Remember, this program we're having now is for entertainment purposes. It's just opinions. This is a discussion YouTube channel where we share opinions, not fact. Yeah, we are just a discussion YouTube channel. We are entitled to have different opinions and agree and disagree, agree to disagree. But we have been told by that other YouTube channel that we have, the family of Elvis, that we basically are not allowed to have opinions anymore. We are blocked and reported and threatened with legal action, and it's just not right. It's not right. Yeah, I know, Julie. I've got that. Let's have a look. Yeah, and this is one of the things I keep hearing, that they're prepared to dish it out, but they're not prepared to take it. And this is true, guys. This is true. Look, that family has said loads of lovely stories about Elvis. Hundreds of lovely stories. Why couldn't they have just kept it like that? Why the trash questions? Why the trash questions? This is the shame of it. Because if you go through that channel, you will find loads and loads and loads of lovely stories that we all love listening to. This is why they have such a big following. So why the trash questions? Why the trash answers? There's no need. I would say 95% of the things that are said on that channel are lovely. So whose idea it is to ask these trashy questions? Why are they responding to these trashy questions? Why are the Elvis fans even asking the trashy questions? They shouldn't be. We can't tell people what to do, but from my opinion, if you're a member of Elvis's family, you should be bigging Elvis up, praising Elvis, sharing all the beautiful memories you have of him, not discussing his private life and his sexual activity and his sexual preferences. That's just trashing him. It's private stuff that should be kept private. Elvis would not want the sexual side of his life shared with the world, especially by his own family. He would expect better. They're degrading questions. That's it. Paradise Kauai. Thank you, Martha. Thank you, Martha. I knew it was there. It was there somewhere. It was Hawaii something. I love Susanna Lee. Obviously, you know her daughter sent me a signed book. Natalia Lee is lovely, and she's so proud of her mum. She's got her own Facebook page. Please go and join it, where she almost every day, she posts about her beautiful mum, who was so talented, and not just in America. She's a British actress, but she done so much work even in France. They can't take it. Yeah, you're right. They can't take it. They can't take that Louis has come along and we're discussing the trash books, the trash documentaries, the trash interviews. They can't handle it. But we are called Defending Elvis. So we are going to bring up the uncomfortable topics that people don't want to talk about, because we want to defend Elvis to clear his name, because he cannot defend himself. Julie, I understand, but you're not the only one that feels that way. Julie, I understand. Yeah, you're not the only one that is uncomfortable with now leaving comments because of threats. Because let's face it, Julie, you were threatened. Yeah, that post on their Facebook page was a threat to all their subscribers, to anybody that watches their videos that comments. Yeah. Come on, guys. That is the whole point of YouTube. It has a comment section where you can leave your comments. That is the point. That's why it's called freedom of speech. Julie, it's everyone. Every single person that goes on to that YouTube channel or Facebook page, if they don't agree with them, they have the possibility of being reported to a lawyer. That ain't right. That is so wrong. That is a threat. Yeah? Very, very, very pending legal action, remember. It's not on, guys. It's not on. It's not right. Okay, guys, so I'm going to go now. It's just not the right way to treat people, yeah? Remember, we come from a good place, guys. We just want to defend Elvis and Lisa Marie and the bloodline. We're not a bunch of monsters. We just want to defend Elvis and Lisa Marie as respectfully as we can, as kindly as we can. Unfortunately, we can't just sit here and play lovely songs and play lovely movies and cute little interviews. To defend, we have to bring up these dramatic topics. That is the nature of our channel. That is how we run. But of course, we do also do the nice stuff as well. Sometimes. Oh, don't you worry about that, Julie. So I'm going to go and have a few drinks. I may go for a walk with you guys to the beach and have a swim. Maybe, if my wife lets me. Take care, guys. I'm going to go. Love you all. Thank you for joining me. And seriously, guys, I don't hate these people. I'm actually a big fan of their channel. I actually think their channel is really good. I know Elvis would want me to be kind to them and to forgive them. Elvis 100% would want me to forgive these people, which I will. I will be kind. But no more trashing Elvis, please. No more trashing Elvis, please. I cannot tell people what to do, but please don't trash him. Please don't. For Elvis, come on. Elvis deserves better. Elvis matters. Even Elvis fans matter, don't they? Elvis fans do matter. Take care, guys. Love you all.